Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and I'm here with some pieces of packaging that I thought we could play with. And this is going to be kind of similar to the over the page flippy thing that we did the other day, just a little bit different because I'm using the packaging and I'm going to do a little bit different thing. So, but still working on Christmas ephemera, so that's what we're going to do. So the first thing I'm going to do, I think I'll start with the smaller one, is decorate this back part here. And I got some more paper. I went and purchased some more paper from PapercraftDigital. I just really love these, you know, these patterns that he does. So I'm not affiliated with him or anything. I just really do like these patterns. They're great for backgrounds and things. So that is what we're going to use. And let's see, I think I'll start with maybe a little red. And I just printed, I didn't print even all the pages. I just printed some of them, and I did 2 pages per 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. So they're smaller than they would be. They'd be much larger if you printed whole page. But for ephemera, I think it's kind of fun to do them this way, just so they're a little bit, you know, you get to see a little bit more of the pattern that way. And I just got 2 different ones. I got Old Ornamental Pattern Red, and that's what these are. And then these green ones are Ornamental Celtic Patterns. So, and they only come in kind of the green and gold, but I thought it all sort of went well together for that. And I'll still be using some of the other ones that I already have used from him. So anyway, I hope you guys had an awesome weekend. I hope everybody is well, and I hope you had a nice Halloween, however it was celebrated. I don't even know here, as far as I know, I'm filming this on Friday, so it isn't Halloween yet, but I think we're having Halloween, like, you know, kids trick-or-treating, but I'm not sure about that. They haven't really said much of anything about it here, so I don't know. But anyways, I hope that for all of you who will be after Halloween when you see this, I hope it went well. I'm just going to scrape up the edge because I'm going to ink it. It's kind of that glossy paper, so I just want the ink to grab a little bit better. You probably don't have to do this, but that's just how I'm going to do it. Okay. And so you can see there were staples in this big hole. I'm just going to cover all that up because I don't have a need for like the hole in this particular version that I'm doing. So I'm just going to cover it up. So yeah, I'm moving right along with all this. Thank you for letting me know what some of you had in mind for your Christmas. I know it's so crazy. It's just crazy to hear about the difference. And the difference between the states is amazing too. So, yeah, like here we don't have a whole lot of restrictions. I mean, we have to wear our masks, you know, and they don't want us having like big, huge get-togethers, obviously, like big parties and things, because those really cause the spread. But, pretty much, you know, wearing masks and that type of stuff is, but we can pretty much go anywhere, and most everything's open. I mean, there's still some restrictions, some places that want, you know, maybe not as many people in the store or stuff like that, but nothing like is really shut down. Our restaurants are pretty much open too. I mean, there's a few that I think in downtown Boise that might be doing some. I don't go down there a whole lot, so I don't know, but like outdoor eating, that type of thing. But it's starting to get cold now, so I'm not really sure how that's going to work out. And they're just doing distancing within the restaurants if you eat indoors where I'm at, so. And they have like plexiglass up and all that. So I'm going to put this on, and then we're going to put a pocket along the bottom. Words are eluding me today, apparently. So yeah, it's just going to be kind of a weird Christmas, I think, as far as a lot of people, because they can't get together with their families the way they normally do. Our family is so tiny that for Thanksgiving there's going to be 6 of us, and for Christmas there's going to be 5. So, so really, it's not that difficult for us to do it, but I know for a lot of families it is a big deal because you have a big family. So I'm sorry about that, because I know that's got to be horribly hard to not see kids or grandkids or all those things. I'm just going to put some more glue on here. Make a pocket out of this. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry, that's my phone. And I can't figure out how to turn that particular one down, so it always makes me jump every time it goes. I think it'd be kind of fun to do like a corner pocket on this. Thinking it's probably, we'll probably have to put something along the bottom if we do that, so let's see. I just think that would be fun. A little different way to do it. So anyhow, yeah, I know how to turn down all the other stuff on there, but for some reason I can't figure out how to turn that down. So we're just going to tear a piece of this off. And put a little bit of this down here. I might even let it go higher up. Let's see, where does this go to? Yeah, I kind of like that, because then at least you'll get to see a little bit more, and I'm not going to really worry about this side that much. I'm just winging this. Like, I know Gail does stuff with the packaging quite often too, but yeah, I'm not sure totally what all she's done, so I'm just doing my own little wing-a-ding here. I know these can be turned into little paper tablets, and I may end up doing that on the inside is what I was thinking, and I'll kind of show you what I was thinking with that. But this part I'm just winging it, because that's fun to do. And that was one of the green ones I already had, so I think on this one I'm going to use like this little design here. I think these are great because you can use them for Christmas, but then, you know, you could use them any time of the year because they're not like candy canes or like, you know, specifically Christmas. So that's kind of fun. I like to use these kind of designs when I'm doing kind of that Victorian Santas and things like that. It's just fun. All right, so I'm just gonna kind of, actually maybe can I go like that? No, I'm not gonna get the corner all the way if I do that. I'm just gonna kind of trace roughly around it so I know where to tear. It's hard to trace when it's got a bumpy edge, huh? My daughter's friend just got a hold of her because he got his wisdom teeth removed, and she was so funny when she had her wisdom teeth removed. Oh my goodness, she was just goofy and loopy, and so yeah, she was talking to him, but I guess it doesn't have, he's not too bad, like he's not too loopy, so that's good. She was pretty loopy. It was almost scary when she first came out. I don't like the way that corner is, but I'll try to do something with it. Yeah, it was almost disturbing to me, really, when she first came out of the anesthesia, or whatever they give them to loop them a little bit. I don't think I like that. I think I have to do that again. Sorry, I'm going to use this other side over here, which luckily it's not directional, so that is very helpful. But first I'm going to just tear here. And I'm going to try to go from this other side. I just don't like how it didn't meet that corner at all. It was bothering me. It's tricky to get that tear started without messing that up. Okay. I keep doing that the wrong way. This way. Okay, that's better. I can use that for something. These kind of things bother me. A little bit OCD or something, I don't know. So yeah, and so far no COVID for my daughter, so that's very helpful. And her friends that have it are doing a little bit better. They were, they were pretty sick for a couple days, but luckily for them, they're young and seem to be getting over it fairly easily. I mean, it's never easy, of course, but it's not too bad on them. This is hanging over a little, but I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, so I need, this one needs a line of glue, and this one needs a line of glue. So yeah, don't throw away your packaging, especially these little things, and of course the acetate's always good to have around, but this can make nice ephemera. So there's that pocket, and then I'm going to turn it over, and I am going to put something over this because I don't want it like that. Maybe I'll use this. This is a piece from PapercraftDigital as well. It's just a different kit, and just some of my scraps. So. And the colors are quite a bit different, aren't they? Maybe I don't want that. I don't want it to look like entirely like something else. Maybe I'll use one of these. Not quite tall enough. And this one is a little bit directional. It's fun to do these 5x7 size pages. That's usually what I do to make the hinge journals, which I've shown you guys, but I just like to say, in case somebody didn't get to see that or whatever, that they're a good size page for those hinge journals. And if you want to cut this instead of tearing it, you'd probably have a much better time of getting the right size and all that. I just do this guesstimation tearing thing, but if you want to be more precise, obviously go ahead and cut it the way you like it. Off. It's stuck to my finger. No, it's not long enough. This is from that first set of those papers that I received, or that I bought from PapercraftDigital. And I'll try to remember to link those as well as the new ones that I got. My poor daughter, they finally got with BSU to be able to march with the band, and now she's in quarantine, so she's not getting to do that. Oh my goodness, I need my phone for the timer, but I'm gonna have to put it over there. I need to figure out how to. I had that turned off, but then I don't know when somebody orders something from Etsy, and I like to be able to thank people for their orders, so I like to hear it, but that is just way too loud. It needs to be much quieter. Okay, so then on this part we're going to just do a few papers, but I'm not going to attach them by like stapling them here. I'm going to put them in and probably sew them together. I don't think those ones are tall enough. Sorry, like I said, I'm just kind of winging this, so I really want them to kind of go all the way up to the top up there. I need to do this like this so that maybe I can sort of get it straighter. Goes about there. Because I stink at that, as y'all know. Do the fold over type thing. Give you a little bit more paper, maybe. Sorry, that was Pasha snorting like a little piglet with his mashed face. Does that. I did have him pretty cleared up. I had gotten him medicine and everything, but he just seems to, I don't know if he's almost got like allergies or if it could be the cold, I guess. because it's gotten pretty cold again. And I think Jules is just going in the cat box and digging. So I apologize for that, because I think she's already done that once this video. I apologize. She is kind of cuckoo. I think she just likes to go in there and dig in the sand sometimes. She's a little cuckoo, that one. I'm just going to tear this one. Make it a little higher. Just have a little variation there. And then let's see if we've got, use a piece of ledger. As well. Make this one a little bit shorter. And then I make it way long. Such a dork. Take a little bit off this side as well. But yeah, if you already have, you know, scraps that are cut off from another journal or whatever, go ahead and use those. Just use up whatever you want. You could even use papers from the journal that you're making. Be another good way to do it. This needs to be shorter still. Didn't calculate that very well. Not that I calculate at all, but still too long. Yes, it's still oh my goodness. Yeah, so measuring would probably be smart, as I always say. I never do it, so, but that probably would be a smart way to go about it. And I kind of like to stagger them out a little bit. And then I'll put one more piece of something in there. But you could do as many as you want. Make it full or not. Just gonna kind of so something like this is what I'm thinking. And I'm just gonna stitch it along here, and then I'm going to glue it in, because I don't want to see stitching or staples here. Well, stitching wouldn't be that bad, but and then this is going to be something else. So I'm going to set this aside for a minute, and we can do this portion right here. And let's do that one. I think will go okay. This one go okay? Yeah, I think it'll go. This is all fabric from Robin. Thank you, Robin. So helpful, because I don't need huge amounts. I just need, you know, bits and pieces kind of thing. So that's awesome. All right, so I'm going to take a piece of this first. And I just want a piece big enough to go across here. Yeah, I hope you're all staying healthy and your families are. And my prayers go out to my friend Nora. Nora, I'm praying for you. She's just been having a hard time. She lost a loved one, and that's always the worst. So say a prayer for Nora. Sorry, it's a truck moving time outside or something. Some of you said you can't hear all that, so thankfully I'm very glad, because they're building a whole nother section of our subdivision kind of behind us. So it's going to be a while, and it's going to be loud. I'll be happy when they're all the way done around here. It's been a lot of years of listening to that. That's the only thing when you come into a new division, it can be loud for a while. Seriously, that ripped horrible. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. Oh, it's very jaggedy and crazy, that's for sure. So let's see, how do I want? Just making a fabric cluster is all I'm doing here. If you're wondering what on earth. Posh has been acting goofy all morning. I had to throw him out early because he was just on the counter and just you know, doing everything he's not supposed to be doing. He can be the biggest little pest sometimes. Other times he's just totally easygoing and whatever. I don't know what gets into him. He gets a wild hair, and then he's just going crazy. Use some of that. He's pestering Jules, which is never good, because she just really does not like, you know, hanging out with him. He thinks they need to play and all that, and she's just not interested. So usually causes a big hissing match or something. I'm just cutting a piece of fabric. You probably can't see. Or a piece of lace, whatever this particular stuff is, I don't know. And this will all get stitched too. So I'll probably pause for a minute and stitch, and then I'll come back. I'll go right along there. And this is from Nora. So thank you, Nora. Right along there. So that's what I'm going to go do. I'm going to go stitch all this, and then and I'm going to stitch my piece of paper, and I'll be right back. Let me get my computer back on here. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back, and I'm going to put this piece of Tim Holtz paper along the top up here, because that's where all my stitches are, and I just want them covered. It's really not that big of a deal, because most of the time you're not even going to see this, because it'll be covered by the flap, but it is possible to see it because the flap can be flipped up. So I'm just going to go ahead and put a nice piece of paper there, and I'm using Tim Holtz because it's a little bit thicker than the parchment paper that I've been using. So I just want it, you know, to cover that nicely. So that's what I'm going to do there, and I'm going to use my tacky glue if I can get it to come out of the bottle. I've been having problems with that. It just isn't wanting to come out. I think it's old and thick. I'm going to have to use a different one. This one's going to come out, I think, if we can ever get it down to where that part is. Get it good around the edges. I just want to make sure it sticks down. It's kind of tricky because it's got that stitching on there. Obviously, right? I'm going to turn it that way. I know what I forgot to do is I forgot to stitch around this part. Oh darn. I need to do that before I can put the piece of paper in. But I'm going to just show you so that you essentially get the idea here. So I will glue this in. It'll be in there like that. This will come down like this. Then on your page, sorry, I forgot to grab a paper clip. I'm just going to use one of these black coated ones I have. You'd have something like, if this was your journal page, this goes over here. You could tuck something up under it if you wanted to, and then you have a pocket here that you can use. You could tuck something under here, but really you probably wouldn't want to do that because of the paper that's under there. But you'd also have like a little notepad, secret notepad. So that's kind of the idea there. What I was trying to get to. We need to make a little journaling card or something for that. Sorry, I got fabric pieces everywhere. Put this away. Make a little tag, and then I will attach that after I stitch around this part. So let's see, do we have any tag shapes already made up? Oops. Okay, we'll go ahead and use that, and then I think I will back it with, I'll use a little bit of this coffee dyed paper. I can't believe I forgot to stitch it. Well, I can, because that's me for you. Probably didn't even need this book page, but I might try to have a little bit of it showing more than I did yesterday when I did book page stuff, or Friday, whatever day. I don't even know what day it is. I don't even know what day I'm filming. The tricky part when you're trying to be ahead. It's either that or way behind, right? Those are the options. So that's no fun. I think I want more green. Use this one that we haven't used yet. So this is definitely not a mask making Monday, because not that I ever really mask make, but yeah, this one's taking me like this whole time just to get one done, which is pretty much the way I work, unfortunately. I would be so much more productive, right? by Mass Made Things. I don't want that too crooked, so I'm trying to just even it up there before I cut it. Seriously, I guess I could just glue it down and then cut it. But I really want to see how I want it. How did I do that? Oh, well, let's just glue it down and then I'll try it. I don't know, but I got way off with the size there. The wind is blowing here again. It's been just awful. Okay, let's see. I want like something Christmassy to put on there. She's cute with all her fur fluff on. I don't love the black outline though. That was because the background of the picture was black, and then when I cut it out, you know, I'd leave like a little bit of an edge. So that didn't turn out great, even though she's super cute. This is the strangest picture to me. I'm going to hold it there for just a minute so you can see it. I just think it's very odd looking. I don't know. It's very weird. Anyways, that's one that came in like a clip art book that I used last year. Needs less of a red, more of a burgundy. Oh, she's pretty. That would be pretty. That has the black too, but I like that a little better because there's at least some color, and that's from DreamzEtc. I already have this Santa in his workshop kind of thing. It's too wide. I think we'll go ahead and use her. Now I feel like it needs like a little bit of lace or something. Let's see, what do I have handy? This would work. Just need a little bit of it. A little like rolling here, but I think I'm just going to take a piece. Glue it down, it'll probably stay down a little better. These ones that don't have anything on the bottom, I've talked about this before, kind of bug me. So I want to see if there's anything. I know that, you know, you can put something across the bottom and all that, but these would be cute. really go with what we got going on. I need to do some more fussy cutting is what I need to do, it looks like. This one might work. I like her on there. And I know some people are like, no, but I think that's what I'm going to do right there. It just wasn't working for me with the flat bottom on it. Maybe just a little bit of red as well. It needs. That's what it needs. And that's also from DreamzEtc. I'm sure lots of you already have that kit. Because I see lots of people using it, that's for sure. I forgot to put my needle in there before I started to get it ungoopy here. Oh, that's not the right needle. I do have to do that every now and then using that knitting needle protectors, but I prefer them over the needle every time because it's just a pain to keep track of. And whatever hangs off is just going to get snipped off. Other than the lace, I can leave the lace hanging over. Just don't want that little part hanging over. Okay. And then we'll punch our hole and put a hole protector over it, so that'll help make it look right, because it looks sort of messed up right now. I can see, even with my glasses on, I can't hardly see that. It was matching too much. All right, so that's that, and of course we'll put something up in the, you know, up here, but that'll go in there. And then we need a little something on here, and I did make some more of these little cluster deals on the strips of paper. So I kind of want one that, Some of these greens aren't quite right. I think that part will be okay. I put some of the words in there too, like garland and carols down here. So just kind of put that along there to decorate it a little. And you got a little fabric on both sides, which is nice. Oh, you know what? I need to stitch around that. I keep forgetting. Take it over here just a little. Probably be fine. Got all kinds of little strings and pieces of paper and what have you. So I'll just stitch, you know, like a straight stitch around there, a straight or a stitch around this with something in there, and then that clips over. This will get glued right here after I stitch. So yeah, that's kind of fun. So this will all be like on one side of the page and this will be on the other with a paper clip up at the top. So I hope you guys liked that. I hope that was a fun little thing to make for your Christmas journal. And we will chat again soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye now.